there's this woman on Twitter that was.
She created light skinned girls.
No, not that. But she's a vlogger and stuff. I think she had a baby.
So cat start. Yeah.
Oh, that she.
No, I don't know. There's this woman on she's this vlogger. She had a baby, and then the baby didn't have like green eyes like she does or brown eyes, and she said, oh man, she had my husband's eyes. I wish she like now. She just kind of insinuated that the baby wasn't beautiful because I can't remember the word, and it was just like, oh man, like if she had my eyes, she'd be pretty or something like that. And then people were just like ripping her like, why would you say your baby isn't pretty just because she hasn't got like light eyes or something? Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? And then she's trying to say, I wasn't trying to say my baby ain't pretty. Or I was like, bro, that's what you're trying to say. Yeah, your baby would be more attractive if she had your light eyes. I'm just like, it's always there. Like it's just madness, bro. Like even, okay, maybe you can say, oh yeah, maybe in terms of everyday life, people don't find it attractive. Even when it comes to work, like you know. I see all the time natural hair bloggers, like the light skinned natural hair bloggers are the ones that get more recognition than the dark skinned ones. They're less likely to use you if you're a dark skinned natural hair blogger. They'll rather use the light skinned one. Like it's everywhere, bro. But people have to say, oh no, it's not, no, I mean, like bro. I used to say, yeah, because like a year ago I was saying the same thing, but when I actually sat down and I spoke to people that actually do in the industry, I'm like, bro, like it's real, like. If you're dark skinned, you're less likely to get things, to get work, to get things like that when you're competing with other lighter skinned people and girls. That's just a fact.
Is this like about the media, like representation?
Yeah, that's one of the aspects, media representation.
I just find that stuff so like trivial, bro. Maybe just me personally, but honestly.
So if you're working in the media and you're getting less jobs because you're dark skinned, you think that's trivial?
No, like just this whole media, like just wanted to be shown so much love on media and TV. Like we focus less on that and just more important stuff. I mean that's not nice, you know.
So, but I don't understand how you don't see it, because if you're on TV and there's you're seeing
caring about all this shit.
Okay, maybe a super stronger, good for you, yeah. But there's a lot of other people that see things like, if you're seen on TV like, right, you ain't shit, like. It's some people be thick skinned and be like, okay, cool, you know what I mean, whatever. Like, I know I'm worth something, but then when people are thinking, raw, like these people don't rate me, like what does that say? If you've seen it all the time, hammer down on you through media, whatever that, you've never represented, you're never able to see someone like you on TV. It does mess with you.
In the UK or
worldwide, like only until maybe recent. I mean, now it's getting better. But, you know, when the whole Oscars thing came out, when actors were talking about, there's not a lot of opportunities for black people in certain roles. We're always having to have the stereotypical role. There's only so many roles that we can have. And then when people are like, don't complain, you know what I mean? Like, you're like 10% of the population of Hollywood, blah, 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 blah. But then, like, things got better. You see Black Panther, and it wasn't a slave movie. It wasn't these generic, stereotypical movies. It was actually one
so refreshing.
The guy was a superhero, and it's one of the biggest superhero box office sensations. So, it is what it is, man. Let's not pretend that it's not some sort of like a...
But then, I hear all that, right? Something recently came up, this new Harriet Tubman film's coming out in November, right?
Oh, yeah.
And the lead actress is from like British Nigerian.
Yeah.
And a lot of African Americans were saying how she shouldn't play it because she's not a descendant of African Americans. And they were saying something how she was talking down on African Americans, like her tweets from the past.
Yeah.
And I went through them and it wasn't really like that. But like, going back to what you were saying about the Oscars and stuff, in the BET Awards, I think that same year or the year before, I'm not trying to tie it into like black on black and stuff like that, but black Americans like put Africans in a whole different stage, bro, to get their awards. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So they do this to like their own people. Then they come to the Oscars now and start complaining about the white man, like, you know, treating them horribly. And when it comes to this whole new Harriet Tubman film, they're trying to say she's not black enough or she's not African American, so she can't play this role. But then people don't look at that, bro. It's just always white people are against us, blah blah blah. But I guess maybe they don't rate us, man, because we're just so divided amongst ourselves, bro. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to tie this in because I hear what you're saying as well, but then there's a whole another part too as well.
So you're saying that we kind of, there's a lot of influence between us and we shouldn't ignore that.
No. Not ignore it. We shouldn't ignore it. Like, we should bring it up. But I guess because we have so many problems between ourselves, it's like kind of like what Trump was saying about the whole go back to your country. Like your countries are crap. So how you gonna tell us what to do in our country, kind of thing? If that makes any sense, what I'm saying, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but how do you not see the racism in that? You're claiming that because they're of a different colour, they should go back to the countries where they came, even though American citizens. We talked about this before. So, like, what he's clearly talking, he's clearly referring to their skin colour. He thinks, they're black, so they're not from this country. So what has that got to do with?
You think that's what it really was?
But how could it not been? Because they were all 3 out of 4 of them were American citizens. They were born in this country. So that's what it makes. It's clear that it's racist.
We told one of them to go back. He said,
he said, bro, why are you trying to look, bro? The tweet's there, bro. Like he said, these Congresswomen. He didn't just refer to one of them, bro. Allow it, man. Let's not play mental gymnastics, bro. He said that they should go back to their countries because he looked at them and said that they were black, and he thought that they weren't born in this country, bro. He was clearly referring to their skin color. So why did he say go back to the crime-infested places from which you came?
That was almost.
You shall not pass.
This guy is just chatting, bro. Allow it, man. Bro, bring out the tweet and we can show it, bro. Like we know what he was saying. And he's trying to talk about like, he wasn't. He was. There ain't no body context to it. No, actually, I'm actually mad, bro. Like, there's no you yet, but I'm actually getting mad. Don't play mental gymnastics, bro. Just see it for what it is, bro. How can you be?
You said what he said.
It's mad.
But we spoke about this last week. Let's not go back to Trump. We've got to talk about.
Well, the guy's been saying racist bullshit. You're telling me that it's something else, bro.
Tied into what I was talking about.
But what has it got to? Okay, cool. But what has it got to do with what he said, though?
No, because what I was saying was like he said how fix your own places first before you try and tell.
They were born in America, bro. That's what I'm talking about.
It's like
okay, cool. So where's Donald Trump from then? Is he American?
I've seen other Africans in this country say to other people, "You're not British, you're African."
This is a good drink right here.
I've seen so many people say, "You're not British, you're not English."
Trying to tell me that's racist, bro.
We say it ourselves, bro.
But what? So forget about what they're saying. No, it's true. Forget about what did this guy say. Was it racist or not? Was he?
Say amongst how is it racist when we say amongst ourselves? We don't call other people. I've never called a black person racist for saying, "Oh, I'm not British. I'm Nigerian." So
how is that racist though? Well, if you're saying that originally I come from Nigeria, that's just the way it is in the UK. Burna Boy talked about this in a interview when it was like, when you talk to somebody in the UK and they ask you where you're from, they refer to their ethnicity. I'm Nigerian. When you talk to an American, ask them where they're from, they say, I'm American, because either they're just born there, or because naturally, if you're,
they don't know where they came from.
They're not really sure where they come from. But even if they were immigrants, it's just easier to say, I'm African American, isn't it? Because that's the way the culture is. But how is that? How are you comparing that to Donald Trump telling 4 congresswomen, 3 out of 4 of them are American citizens, 3 out of 4 of them were actually born here, go back to the crime-infested places for which you came? And you're trying to tell me that that's not racist?
The reason why I'm trying to end is because, apart from this whole actress and actor and thing, Oscars, whatever, he was talking mainly about socialism, because the countries that they're trying to like emulate are like more socialist countries and stuff like that, I guess. And their countries fell.
How do we look at it?
In his opinion, their countries fell from socialism, and that's why he's probably saying that. Like Venezuela, he always talks about Venezuela, Mexico, Somalia, whatever, because they've been destroyed by socialism. I think that's why he was saying that. Okay. But maybe the other part was racism.
So he was saying go back to the crime-infested countries from which you came because
which
of
they
socialism.
weren't born in.
Okay, cool. That makes so much sense.
But they were. Let's look. Let's go back to the topic I had. So I'm trying to see how this relates to. I'm trying to. Because we were talking about the whole dark skin thing. Because like the complaint was that they were all lives mattering the song Dark Skin Girl. So I'm trying to see how that ties into the context of what we were.
Oh, because we was talking about Oscars, and then I brought up the whole Harriet Tubman film, and how black people are divided amongst each other. Like even this whole Black Lives Matter thing. I mean, not Black Lives Matter. This whole Beyonce thing you're talking about, All Lives Matter. That's division right there, bro. Amongst ourselves. What he's talking about, how they're complaining about what Beyonce is saying about dark skinned women, and that's from other black people, right?
What? I'm not sure. I was looking for the tweets. But I can't find the tweets.
What you guys are talking about right now about the whole
what people are saying that she's talking
skin
about all
tone
shades
stuff.
of
that's
skin.
from other black people, right?
I can't say for sure.
Bro, it's, I don't. This is the thing I don't understand. Is like we say, people complain about racism, yeah, and then people like to deflect and say, "Oh, but what about black on black crime? What's that got to do? What's that got to do with anything? Who's saying black on black crime is whatever that means? Yeah, who's saying that that's good?" It's like saying, bruv, I'm campaigning for breast cancer. Oh, bruv, why aren't you campaigning for prostate cancer, bruv? Who's saying that's bad, good? This is my lane. This is what I'm focusing on.
You have to think about it logically in the world that we live in, right?
Yeah.
Like, I guess racist white people, just think about it like that, right? They will always have, but you guys kill each other. You're inner cities or shit. They will always have that as a valid like point to come back because it's true. Like if our things were good, right, and we had like no problems, whatever, and they were racist, then we can say, "Oh, you guys are effing racist," like blah blah blah. But because our communities are so messed up and dysfunctional, they will always have that as like a what's the word I'm trying to say? They always have that like in their back pocket to bring out against us. You know what I mean? And it's just very hard to like fight racism, yeah, when we're so divided amongst ourselves, man.
Bro, I don't even think it's that deep, bro, because at the end of the day, more white people kill white people in America, so we don't talk about, you gotta sort out your crime problem, bro. It is what it is, isn't it? You sort out the infrastructure in certain cities and places and see if things won't improve. Bro, do you guys have to go... Literally, Americans have to open up GoFundMes to go and sort out, get surgeries and stuff like that, bro. Mm-hmm. These politicians are talking here, yeah, they will even give free healthcare, which is available in every single developed country in the world except for America. Yeah. But then they like to deflect and say, go sort out the crime-infested places from which you came. When those congressmen are fighting to try and get Medicare or trying to get a Green New Deal, trying to improve the country, and then you have this guy deflecting by talking about, go back to the crime-infested places, and then you have other group of people trying to defend him, bruv. Okay, but if you think Donald Trump was alright, it's on you, innit?
Let me read this. This is from
the evidence is clear, bro. Like,
this is from NBC. This is from NBC News.
It's mad, like.
Regarding the song. It says, when we look at the reactions to this song, it's clear that many don't want to engage in any critical thinking around colorism and its impact on girls like Blue Ivy and the women they grow into, much less anti-blackness in their communities. When the hashtags brown skin girl and brown skin girl challenge hit Twitter, tags like white skin girl challenge popped up. Whether created by trolls or not, they speak to the idea that celebrating one kind of beauty inherently means denigrating another. So, yeah, a lot of the time when there's like when something like this comes up, trolls and all that kind of stuff kind of bring up the white version of it sometimes. So I think there was like some, basically people doing this whole white skin girl challenge thing is like, we're like, okay, why are you...
Bro, you weren't ever oppressed. Like,
so there was a brown skin girl challenge because of the song, and then some people just created the white skin girl.
When did the song come out?
A couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's mad.
Bro, it's just racist. Like, you're just trying to troll.
Let us have things.
It's like when they have Black History Day. Oh, why isn't there a White History Month? Like, bro,
every day is White History Month.
You weren't oppressed, bro. You were not disenfranchised because of your skin color, bruv. You weren't. Like these people like to pretend like they've been oppressed just as much as black people, bruv. What is wrong with these people? And then they have people that actually believe it. Like that's the sad thing of it all. White people are actually coming up in 2019 thinking they're the most oppressed people in the world. It boggles my mind, innit? But that's the world we live in.
This is while we're talking about the album. There was also some other controversy around the album itself, because the album was like how there was a Black Panther album that Kendrick Lamar produced and directed. Beyonce has done the same thing, but it's inspired by Lion King, and obviously she plays Nala in Lion King. And the album has little tiny voiceovers of like scenes from the film, and but a lot of the album is inspired by Afrobeats, right? But Lion King isn't based in West Africa; it's based in East Africa. So, but there aren't any East African inspired songs there. So like people from East Africa I think that they have a right to, but what they were complaining, saying that Lion King is based off East Africa. It's about East Africa, but how come the majority of the album are Nigerian artists and some Ghanaian artists, but and a bit of South Africa, but you don't see.
Well, it makes sense. They just got the most popular Afrobeats artists to come in and make a compilation out. But I mean, if they really were so pissy about it, then Beyonce shouldn't have been the one producing the album in the first place.
I think if they're so pissy about it, they should make better music.
Oh wow! Wow, that's disrespectful. Fam.
I know. I mean, it's so bad.
East Africans I don't listen to it, but they can make amazing music.
I'm sure their music is amazing.
Just because it's not popular.
I'm sure their music is amazing. However.
Wow.
I don't know.
However,
you disrespect.
No one is talking about East
Who's the biggest East African artist?
Maybe at some point in music. Do you know an East African artist?
The biggest who?
Apart from K9.
Oh, you know who that is?
I never know that is either.
There we go.
Because I mean,
my there goes my point. But because their music isn't happening at the moment. What I'm saying is rude. But
no, it's true though.
What they say, what the music that they're using isn't happening at the moment. So it's a pity. I would have actually been curious to actually hear East African music.
But then again, in the original Lion Kings, they did have the East African artists there.
And in Lion King, the film, they have a lot of East African songs. So, like, I mean, East African inspired songs and music in there. So it's like, okay, great. But Beyonce wanted to do an Afrobeats album. She ate jollof and she was inspired.
Wow.
So
I don't think it's too deep because it makes sense. Like, you just got African American to compile the album. She's like, okay, give me the best Afrobeats artists out there.
Yeah.
They go for Davido, Wizkid, Burna Boy, all the famous ones that are popular right now. That's what they do.
Burna Boy's song is the best album on that track. On that album, best song on that album.
Yeah, I haven't.
So good, and he's the only one that has his own song on the album.
Oh, okay.
No one but Burna Boy on the
Burna Boy is popular.
He's so sick. He's so good. Like,
but for me, like, I think Davido is probably the best in my opinion. But Burna Boy's coming up.
I prefer Burna Boy
to Davido, bro.
Yeah, I think
really?
Because of his flavor. Yeah. Because he released his new album as well. People see that. His new album, it's alright, but he has a couple songs there that are very like for that.
Yeah.
Inspired. He sounds very like old school kind of flavor, and I like that kind of sound. So that's why I like him. Well, this whole thing, like, there was people on Twitter that were not happy about it being.
What?
I mean, my whole thing is just like, well, I'm being biased, isn't it? Because I'm Nigerian.
I don't even care. Like, I'm just like, it is what it is. Like, it makes sense why that happened.
Yeah.
You know, if they put more, I don't know. I wouldn't say they put more thought. They didn't put any thought to it. But it's Beyonce. Like, let me get the best artists, the best producers.
Yeah.
Boom.
She's using what's happening right now. It's business.
You know what I mean? She could have just got all the hip hop artists, all the R&B artists, and then just put it there and say, Lion King. But she went. She could have though. Look what Kendrick did. You know what I mean? He was hip hop based. Just got all the hip hop artists. Boom. Put them in. You know, Black Panther, nothing to do with Africa, just put them in. She could have done that as well. She said, let me try and make it more African centric.
Yeah.
But then again, you know, Lion King and Black Panther's a superhero movie. Lion King is
a Nollywood film. They say that Lion King is actually a Nollywood film.
It's really an anime film. It's actually it's really English. It's based on Hamlet.
It's Hamlet, isn't it?
It's based on Hamlet, yeah. So
it was Hamlet, then Kimber the White Lion, then Lion King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's their teeth. Disney just their teeth.